Pipe Anode,
TechX Technology,
Microthermal Energy,
Exmoor,
Cohort Solar,
Sonic,
Strainworks.
For this year's TechX Cohort, once again, we have a really exciting group of entrepreneurs where they're going to go through a tough journey of developing their technology, defining their business models, and figuring out their funding journeys.
This year, we have 8 startups joining us for our 8th cohort. They're developing technologies in CCUS, hydrogen and alternative fuels, renewables and grid, and industrial decarbonisations. Their technologies range from TRL 3 to 6, and they're all based in the UK.
For startups, being awarded a place on TechX not only means access to £50,000 worth of funding, but also an amplification to the network, whether that's mentors, customers, investors, other startups. They're going to go through a process of learning, being challenged, and getting support to help them develop the technology and progress to their next level. We're going to have our key milestone events, from our All Energy event, where they're going to be exhibiting to hundreds of industry stakeholders, all the way to our grand demo day finale, where they'll be pitching their businesses to a room full of mentors, investors, and industry. The startups on this year's cohort get to join our TechX community with over 80 different ventures that are out there already scaling technologies, earning investment, and proving why TechX has been named as one of the Financial Times and Statista's Europe's leading startup hubs for 2026.
The reputation is great. We know a lot of companies in our sector that have come through TechX and have been really successful, raised a lot of money, created a lot of profile, and are really progressing.
I think there's a tendency for technical startups, deep tech, to focus on the tech, work on our own tech without actually going out and meeting the wider world. TechX is going to get us doing exactly that, talking to potential customers, investors, partners, and building a network to make us go much faster.
They give you a bit of discipline on organizing your startup, your technology, the branding.
We thought it'd be great to get access to the Scottish ecosystem, and also there was a lot of good training opportunities, self-development opportunities.
I think as a spin-out at any universities, you don't really have access to the customers or potential mentors and experts. This is something that TechX is offering us, mentorship, guidelines.
Accelerators are really useful for just offering a bit of buffer time for you to collect your thoughts so that you can come up with this strategy and really feel ready to execute it.
And we're really excited by the network that TechX has, because we've come up with this technology, and especially at the time of applying, we kind of didn't really know if anyone would want to buy it. The ability to meet a lot of people and find out, does anyone really care? Unfortunately, the answer seems to be yes.
TechX Accelerator will be able to work on pricing and business model to make sure that we're building a viable business from an interesting piece of tech.
We were not prepared for that level of energy. We quickly sort of learned to deal with that, which has been enormously helpful. The opportunities, the introductions you're making, the one-on-ones.
We all have different backgrounds, different skills. There's a lot to learn from anyone, really. And the network is great, yeah.
We've pivoted our business, we've accelerated, we've taken chunks out of our development timeline, and it comes from being asked the right questions, being forced to do the homework, and being confronted with some different views about what we're doing and how we're doing it from people who've already been there before.
The mentor matching was quite intense, kind of like speed dating. It was very much back to back. Every one of them was lovely, and we managed to find a few that had really specific sort of domain knowledge to help sort of future-proof our tech.
All Energy is a marvelous opportunity for us to get the exposure we need to industry. We get to do our 3-minute pitch to a wider audience, and then we get to interact with all the other exhibitors and visitors here.
We have already had some amazing conversations from potential customers and potential industry supply partners.
Personally, I think the business storytelling has been my favourite part of TechX.
I got some really useful insights from all of the mentors.
A lot of what we've got out of the program has been around the pitching. How do you get your story across? How do you tell your story? And definitely felt that I've improved.
I am looking forward to the demo day. I do like to have a bit of showmanship. The best way to get people to believe in it is just to see it working.
It's great to be not just in a team as a co-founders in our startup, but also in a team of everyone who is driven by all this green technologies and trying to accelerate towards net zero goals.